In South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Powerful running, and he is out of bounds right around the 34. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Darnold completes it. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Darnold on 3rd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders, and he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Hassan Reddick able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put them in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't as well.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, given 14. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now left side on this swing pass, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Sanders, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Able to power through. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Darnold throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Here's Darnold. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. Fair
to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
46 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Panthers have taken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing, because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Dancing to his left. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Hurts sets up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins there to make the grab. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you weren't going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Now that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. On first down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Both these teams making their final halftime adjustments. We're just about ready to get back to football. So for the call of the second half, we get back up to Philadelphia and Brandon Gott.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Flush. Hurts fumbles it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Looking to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then it did.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Hurts will throw. Eluding, and he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He's going to look deep for more. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing again is Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Going deep here for Watkins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll get 34 yards there. Play action. Here's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Steps away to his left. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Got outside of the tackle box, and sometimes that... It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Jones. Forced out to his left. First down and much more here for Jones. And he'll be out right at the 35. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 44, Jones. Complete. Smith has it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Throwing, Jones. This one to Bourne out on the left side. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. I didn't even get my and it's picked up by the Eagles. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th. He'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner, and he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Back to throw. Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They're going to look to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Touchdown! Miles Sanders from a yard out. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. A carry here for the big tight end. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Hurts. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Patriots get the football back. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's got room. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. And that's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
They go play action with Hurts. Flush to his right. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. It's a second down run with Sanders. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Back deep for the Patriots, Gunnar Olszewski. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their route.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Eric Wilson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year.
the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Throwing on first down is Murray. Flushed out right. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
And we see plays like this quite a bit when you allow a quarterback to get out of the pocket, because it's really easy for a defender to lose sight of the receiver. His eyes often go to the quarterback maneuvering, and this time it led to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
Solid finish to the opening drive. And look, when you get down around the goal line, you have to account for his legs. We saw it right there.
Yeah, that's the added dimension to the offense, isn't it? Remember what the offensive line coach told us earlier this week? I told my guys, he's going to run it. We have to make sure he stays protected and give him an opportunity.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. He's at the 40, 20, and he will score. That's a great response. You get the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. They'll go option to the short side. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Cliff Kingsbury, part of that new breed of head coaches. And his guys are going to go for it. They're going for it. It's Murray. On the move to his left. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense will take over right at midfield. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here.
Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing is Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
7-7, our score after one.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the Eagles have taken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7.
On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Murray going to throw. Rolling to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On play action, it's Murray.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Murray to air it out again. Steps away.
He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Play fake. Murray.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He'll buy some time right. Left side here to Sanders. And he he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts, eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. And
nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it.
He's got a man, complete.
I need to get my swag right.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore, 59 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
2nd down and 5. A quick throw into the hands of Rager. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I tell you, from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Eagles! Jalen Rager, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into... Murray fighting, lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. That one goes for 36 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Murray's throw into the hands of Kirk. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Brings up 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray will swing that out to Edmonds. 7 yards there and a 1st down. A gain of 7. And the Cardinal 1st down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Prater's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Sanders. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Open right side, complete to Rager. And some room to roam now. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to it. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Flush to his right. This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's got some space here. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Throwing again, Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a bit. Turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Give them 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss, because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now Murray off play action. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Going deep for Hopkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Murray to Moore, 1st down, Arizona. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Going deep for Hopkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And And disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Hurts. Open man has got it, the tight end. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. Here's Hurts to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray, he'll air this one out for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
Rolling to his left. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Throwing on first down is Murray. Sliding, and the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Second and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Murray's got to have this one. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. already at the line. This Philly offense set to go. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another run with Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.